Hey, good morning. So I got myself a new fishing rod. I was over at the shop and couldn't help but notice that they had a couple rods on sale. It's an older rod. This is an Advid X made by St. Croix, outfitted with a Daiwa Tutula 10-pound fluorocarbon. And you can see there I got a jerkbait on there. So I just wanted to give it a shot. I was a little concerned. The eyelets are very small on it. For the price, I couldn't beat it. It was $70 off the list price. I know it's not in production any longer. The way St. Croix is, your warranty on all their rods, I couldn't pass it up. We're at the lake here today and we're just gonna throw this jerkbait around a little bit and see how this rod casts. This is a 6/8 medium fast. So we're gonna give this a shot. Beautiful rod, really fits nice in the hand. This is normally a $235 rod. I got it for 150 bucks. You can't beat the price. The technology is the technology. St. Croix is a leader when it comes to fishing equipment, and I really believe that. And I love the Daiwa bait casting reels as well. It's a little muckier than I'd like, but I'm gonna cast right off the dock here. I'm not real excited about dragging my lure through this gunk, but we'll see. Now this is the first cast. I'm not really sure. Yeah, and you can see my brake is way too on. So we got some adjustments to do here. Still got a little slop there. Wow, is that brake tight? Let's see what we got here now. Okay. All right, this is the first cast with the Advid X St. Croix rod, medium fast. Nice caster, but it backlashed, so that's not a great start to a new rod. You know what? That sucks. I was kind of wondering when I bought this rod, the guy was taking forever, and I could tell he was having trouble getting this thing lined up. I think really he just overdid it with the fluorocarbon here. Well, we're still working on this rod, and I gotta tell you, this takes a lot of confidence away from a new rod and reel. This is either going to be the best rod I've ever had because of this early problem, or it's going to be the absolute worst rod and reel that I've ever bought. Hopefully we'll be showing you a fishing pole rod and reel review here eventually, and we can get after it and have some fun with that. We're really getting close and personal with this 10-pound fluorocarbon. Okay, I think we got it at this point. I mean, I could have taken it home and just ran the line in like this. Yeah, I'm not liking the way their spool machine spooled this. Alright, we're starting to bring in our jerkbaits hanging out there. For all I know, I got a big ass bass on there. It doesn't appear that I do. And he's got a lot of weed factor on him. Let's get him cleaned up. He doesn't know what happened. He's like, alright, so I got attached to this rod and reel. It wasn't a lot of fun. I went out and I was like, oh, is that the end of me? This is a new lure too. Made by Mega Bass, a Vision 110. Now things are seeming very loose. Okay, cast number 2. All right, that's a lot better. I really think they got just way too much line on here. Feels pretty good. I'm liking the action of the rod. Haven't had too much success yet with the reel itself, but you know, now I'm casting it a little gingerly, and I'm a little nervous that I'm gonna screw things up. I'm certainly liking the way things are feeling. I think fluorocarbon was a good choice for this. So I'm getting more comfortable with this rod and reel. My casts seem to be getting a little better. Will it translate into a fish? I'm not sure. I'm gonna try to run this line, see if I can get right in that line and get past that muck. This certainly wasn't the most expensive bait caster I could have gotten as far as the reel goes. I wanted everything to match the price, so I got a $150 rod. Tried to keep it around $150 for the reel, which actually it was $179, but it's a 7.3. Not the fastest out there, but all right, you know what? I'm gonna take a shot. See if we can get it under there. So overall, my reaction to this, other than the original backlash, which we fixed up, we had to make some adjustments here. It was way off, way off. And you know, that's the trouble when you have them lined. I probably should have lined this myself, but I figured out, you know what, I'm here at the shop, I'll have them line it. And yeah, it was not the best lining that I could have got. Starting to get a little more used to the way it's casting. Not a far casting rod. I probably could turn the brake down 2 notches. Let's see how we do with that. If it's a backlash, we're going right back to where we were. All right, we're back here and we're talking about the St. Croix Advid X, and we are running a Daiwa Tutula 200. So far, I'm pretty pleased. I wasn't too pleased with the string up at the shop. It was very sloppily done. Now that I've run it a couple times through the rod, it's making a big difference. I'm really liking the feel of this rod. Be very interested to see how it feels when I catch a fish. Very sensitive tip. Now, I didn't buy this rod for the cost. It was on sale. It is a leftover rod. They're no longer in production, I don't believe. And I got the rod for $150. So it was worth it for me to give it a shot. Very comfortable, very, very comfortable. Well-built rod. And it reminds me a lot of my St. Croix Victories as far as the way they handle. It's kind of a mix of my Victory and my Mojo Bass. It's got a little bit bigger end like a Mojo Bass, but the grip is very similar to a Victory. So very comfortable rod. I'm very pleased with it. Again, this is a medium fast, so, and a 6.8 at that. So let's get back out there and do more casting, see what happens. Maybe we'll catch some. The wind has picked up and it's pushed a lot of this gunk off, which is going to give me an opportunity to kind of fish some of these areas that I wasn't able to fish in the beginning. So let's get back after casting. Unfortunately, it's a little nerve-wracking too, because I'm not really exactly sure where my brake is set and my comfort level with this new rod and reel. So now I'm going to be competing with the wind as well. So that's going to make it a little rough. So let's get after it. I just thought I'd show you that we were able to catch a fish, and actually it's not a fish, it's a plastic lure. We caught one, everybody. We did catch one. The Vision 110 is a successful fish catcher. So yeah, so we did catch this little guy. It's a plastic bait. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? All right, we did catch something. We did catch something. So I'm seeing a couple fish jump here and there, so I'm not completely convinced that we're not going to catch anything. Well, we finally got a fish on these Vision 110s, and here's what we're looking at. Nice looking fish. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, they're not big guys, but we're catching them, and this is all on jerk bait, so this is pretty exciting for me. This guy back in the water. These start to look the same, don't they? Okay, this is number 3. Feeling pretty good about it. Catching some fish, so that's great. Thank you. I feel like overall we had a pretty good successful outing with this guy. Nice setup. It took a little while to get used to, but once we got it dialed in, it worked phenomenally. So I'm very pleased with it. Happy to add this to my arsenal. St. Croix or Advidex with the Daiwa Tatula 200. Thanks St. Croix for a beautiful rod, and I appreciate getting it at a good price. So that's it for today. I really appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you right here on Kirk Allen Trucking. I'm not on the Kirk Allen Trucking channel. This is a regular Kirk Allen channel. But anyway, so thanks again.